what's going on? Welcome to Sexy Party. In case you are confused and wondering who I am, my name is Antonio Bryce. I am a comic book writer. I'm the creator of the comic book series Brand and its upcoming sequel, Brand Way of the Gun, which the link to that is in the description if you are wanting to get on the mailing list so you'll know when we go live. Should be the last week of February, and we will launch the Way of the Gun campaign. But I have my very lovely co-host. She is back again for round two. She killed the game last week. A lot of you guys liked her.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh no! What?
Hey, everybody.
All right.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, all right.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can, but you're echoing or something. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, might be in trouble.
Okay.
But we're here now.
Okay.
Let's get
We're
it.
here. We're ready.
Okay. All right. So, welcome to Mad Weirdo. How are you, dear?
I am doing wonderful. I am at work right now. You know, got to make that money, honey. Can't be living on the street.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, you blew up the spot last week. Everybody was very interested in your stories, and let's see. I see Bianca Fights the Zombies. Welcome back, Fat Andy. How you doing? All right. So, yeah. But you really eat. Oh, come on, Andy. What are you doing, man? I was like, eat me. I don't.
He said, "Eat
understand.
me."
Yeah,
Okay.
you just lost me there. I was like, what? I was feeling all good about your appearance in the chat, and
We're not cannibals.
I don't, okay, it makes me feel some type of way. All right, listen,
Right.
Rodwell Stevens, how are you, Rodwell Stevens? I see you in the chat. What's going on, player? All right. Whew. So, all right. There's no way you can top last week's appearance. Obviously, it was just too much. But I don't know.
We're gonna attempt this week.
We're gonna. How has your week been? How did you? Did you? I know you had a few people that were in the chat cheering you on last week, and you had a couple of your player partners out there. So I don't know.
I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that came through for me. Shout out to everybody that was engaging with me last week. I had a lot of fun. Hoping to continue that and keep the ball rolling. My week was pretty good. I need to get laid, bro.
Oh no.
I'll
Okay,
tell
hold
you
on.
that.
Let's discuss that. You need to get laid. Oh,
I
okay.
need to get laid. I haven't had any pipe since October. And I mean, I need some real good pipe. And when he did pipe me down, it lasted for like what 5 minutes. I don't need that. I want everlasting pipe. I want
Ever that might be the.
everlasting,
I was wondering what to call this episode. I might have to name it Everlasting Pipe.
everlasting pipe.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what I need. I need the sundown, the sun up pipe. I need to put in the work pipe. I need you want me to be completely digmatized pipe. Like you finna put it on me and make it be the best pipe I've ever had in life.
Digmatized. I could use that one too. That would be funny. It was
Straight
like
up.
digmatized. Oh my god. Okay. So, but you're not looking for a relationship. You're just looking for someone to take you around the block a few times, or are you looking for something serious?
I would like a relationship because then that means consistent pipe and
Mm.
cuddles. You know,
Okay,
because
well, but
I like to
I'm
cuddle.
always curious about what women are looking for, though. But you're not actually. That's why I was saying, are you actually looking for a partner? Because I look for different traits when I'm just wanting to fuck, as opposed to if I'm looking for somebody that's gonna be there when I wake up, I'm looking for those different
Right.
qualities. So,
Well, it's kind of 50-50 right now, simply because the dating game out there has me so. Because all they want to do is what you doing you to death. Like, look, are we gonna go get some food, or are you gonna give me dick But what is this? What we doing? What you doing, miss? And good morning, miss. No, I need an answer.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me talk about that because I've noticed. Okay, when I'm talking to a chick on social media and stuff, it's always weird because how do you go in? You be like, you always get the hey or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to, especially when you're not calling somebody. You just like send them a text, a DM, and you just go hey. It's just like the hey big head or whatever, when when
Right,
the chicks hit you up like that, because I mean y'all do it too. So what's
right.
okay, so I'm like, what are the rules? It's it kind of reminds me of like the woman I lost my virginity to. I remember I was telling my buddy, she gave me her phone number, and I called her the next day, and you know and he was like, you called her the next day? And I said, yeah. He said, you don't do that, it makes you look desperate and thirsty. And I was like, I liked her and I wanted to call her back. What's this making motherfuckers wait 2 or 3 days shit before you can call? That's what I'm saying. I need to know the rules and motherfucking regulations to this shit. Because it seems like
Okay,
everybody got different standards and shit.
there are no rules. First off, everything goes as the your mileage may vary. It really depends on the person. Some people they just want to fuck and they don't want a phone call and they don't want to see you and they don't want to hug you and they don't want to go to Waffle House with you. They just want to fuck and they want you to get the fuck out. That's it. Some people, want to fuck and then they want to cuddle and then they want to go to Waffle House and then they want to go to brunch and then they want to come back to the room and fuck you again and then go to sleep with you. It really depends on the person, but you should have these conversations prior to getting down with the get down. That's just real talk, and they'll tell you.
But see, that's
You know,
that's exactly why I miss Craigslist, because I noticed that's one thing I noticed about the women I would meet on Craigslist. I didn't have to go through all that bullshit. I could just be like, look, won't you come
right?
through and we can chill out for a minute, and shit would be on. I'm talking about bitches I never, I might have had a phone call or a couple of texts with, and we swap photos just to make sure we be attracted to each other. Once that shit was set up, they come over and we might sit down and watch a movie or watch some show or TV for like about an hour or something, and then next thing you know, motherfucker got their hands down my pants, rubbing on my dick, and we get naked. So I appreciate shit like that. I'm a big fan of just putting it out there and saying, what the fuck do you want? You know?
Right. Right. I'm a big believer of that as well. Just being completely clear, having clarity with your thoughts and what you want. I don't understand this wishy washy shit. I'll tell a dude straight, like, look, hey, let's go out to eat. Then, if we're feeling each other, we can go back to the room. We can fuck. If I'm not feeling you, then I won't fuck you. Just plain and simple. Sometimes I do want to fuck and sometimes I don't. But I tell you right now, since I ain't had no dick since October, I want to fuck. I want some
Mm,
good fucking.
mm.
Right. Not no 5 minute hit it, quit it. No, I want good old fucking.
But what
Now,
about, okay, now what about if somebody, say, I'll just throw my name out there. Okay, so I meet you and say I haven't had none in a minute. When a guy ain't had none in a minute, he gonna bust real quick. You know what I'm saying? You're
correct.
gonna be all excited. So is that a deal breaker at that point? Are you gonna be like, no, this motherfucker didn't? Or you gonna be like, okay, let him calm down and get recharged, and we'll go for round two. So how does that?
If you could do round two, cool. If
Okay,
you just like, cause some dudes will bust and that'll be it. It'll be over with, and I'll
maybe
be like,
over.
oh my god, what's a waste? You're a waste. You're just a
Standing eight
waste,
count.
waste.
Oh shit! Stand. Yeah, they can't get back in. They can't make that motherfucker go 10 hut 10
Yeah,
hut.
and especially dudes who've never fucked a fat chick. They go in the door thinking that we have loose pussies. Like they come in the door. Like the dude that I was fucking and I deal with him on and off. He, when I first slept with him, and we had a conversation after the fact. He was just like, "You have transformative pussy." I said,
Transformative
"What the
pussy. Wait a
fuck?"
minute.
So what the fuck do you mean by that? What you mean? He was just like, I didn't expect your pussy to be so tight and so wet, and it
Mm,
just felt so good. And I
oh,
was just like,
okay. Mm.
I was like, what? So you expect big pussy, big woman, big old pussy, like just busted whole up wide up? It don't work that.
Well, and now to be fair, now I've been there too, where where you end up feeling like you could slide your entire forehead into the motherfucker. You'd be like, God damn, the fuck. And then I've also saying because I love big women, so that's what I'm into. So I've had that situation where it's tight like a motherfucker, and I'll be like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. So I'm always curious about how to get it in.
It's weird because people's bodies are so different. Dudes will be like, "Well, her pussy's loose. That means she fucks a lot." No, because I know women that fuck every day and their pussy is tight, tight as
I keep forgetting
hell.
you. I keep forgetting you. You would be very familiar with the vagina, the vag, um,
Right.
because I forgot you. You play for both sides.
Yes, I'm team bisexual all the way.
Well, I'm not judging you. I'm curious because I got a lot of reaction last week with some of your from some of your confessions. Especially talking about that you started being sexually active at such a young age,
Right.
and I was curious about that though. So like, tell me about your very first experience.
Okay. Well, me and my friend, we, like I told you, we saw the Spice Channel and Adam and Eve. So we would be seeing all these different images, and we're like, oh, well, they do that, and I wonder how that'll work. So she was just like, well, let's try it. So she laid
Mhm.
back and she was like, you want to try? And I'm like, okay, sure, why not?
It seems like an odd thing to say to someone. It's like, hey, you want to try it? But
I mean, you have a curious mind. You try to, you want to know what's going on. So we did. And so I went down there and I'm looking and I'm just like, this looks weird. And so I taste and I'm like, this tastes weird.
that's what I
But
wanted to ask you. How? Because I don't know. I like the taste of pussy, but I agree that it's an acquired taste. It's
right.
and I have no shame in my game. But what is that like for you going down on a woman?
Um, it is an acquired taste, just like dick sucking is an acquired
Yes,
taste.
I agree with that
You know,
too.
it's really being able to, I guess, digest the flavors of a person's body, and with a woman's body, we have secretions.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, we getting wet, so that's a different type of flavor too, and it really depends on how they are hygienic wise, because I have about to bend down on a chick, and I mean the smell and then the secretions. I was like, no, can't do it.
Okay, hold on. Let's
No.
see. Rodwell Stevens is asking in the chat. He said, have you heard of soaking? I just heard about this yesterday, and I couldn't believe this was a real thing people do. Now, I am not familiar with that. What I you have to. I know about squirting, but I don't know about soaking. What is soaking? Have you
What is
heard of that?
soaking?
Yeah,
Uh, no, but I can go and do a Google check. Hold on.
yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'm like, hey, and this is definitely the place for that. And no question is, as long as the question is respectful, we will answer any question because that's the whole point of this. We want to have frank and open discussions about sex and sexuality. You're gay or straight or whatever. I was like, we'll talk about whatever. This is. I like the one thing I like about this show is that the audience can help shape the course of the discussion. So
Oh,
okay. Tell me what it is because I need to be educated.
it's the art of having sex without thrusting. So basically,
Oh,
a
what?
guy penetrating a woman and just keeping it there.
Just okay.
I mean, I used to go to sleep like that. So
So wait a minute, go to sleep with like a dick in you?
Yes, or just getting penetrated without thrusting. You just hold it there.
Now I've done that in the course of sex because for a couple of reasons. Once I start getting worked up, that I need to slow down so that I don't go ahead and bust. So I'll
Right.
stop, and I do. But I know with my ex I used to do that, and I would just be like, well, I was like, wait, and she liked to fuck with me, and she would tighten her shit up while I would, and make, oh god, and she would damn near make my knees buckle because she knew I was getting to the place where I was about to nut, and so she would start making that thing real tight, and I just, oh my god, it was just
That's fun.
yeah, I couldn't but as a obviously I want the motion, I want the thrusting and the penetration, so I interesting. I was like, but I definitely
It
like the way it
is.
feels. I mean, that's one of the best. That's one of the best things. That's the penetration, and just being inside of your woman. I love that feeling. So,
I
and
mean, it's essentially parking your car in the garage.
but I mean, even when I would do that, I would move around real slow just so I could get those nerve endings stimulated and all that kind of stuff. I would that's just what I was about. But yeah, but then she liked it kind of rough. And so she would just,
Mhm.
so then, once I get myself situated, I would grab her hips and I would just start just pounding the shit out of her and stuff. And she's always loved it. She was like, I love when you pound me. And she wants, and that's what, I was trying to be kind of gentle because I am a big guy, and she was like,
Right?
"No, I want you to really hit it hard." And I was like, "Oh shit!" It was like, I don't know. Sometimes y'all scare me. I gotta be honest. Y'all women folk be scaring me because it's always strange. Like I'll get a woman and she'll take my hand and put it around her neck and want me to choke her and shit like that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you into that too?
Correct.
Oh, that stuff scares me because I've had some weird experiences with that. Because one chick, she had me doing the shit, and then when we got done, she was just like, and the whole thing, and she told me, we laying in bed. She was like, "Damn, I thought you was gonna kill me," and I was like, "Why the fuck would you making me keep doing that shit? Then I don't want to hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying?" But she enjoyed it though. It was very,
It's.
it was strange. I just
I'm gonna.
because I was getting excited.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you why some
Okay.
women like that. Okay, because I do. Um, First off, it's a technique that you have to use in order to safely and properly choke someone. And two, when you do it, the lack of air, it tightens up your muscles.
Mhm.
It activates your fight or flight senses, and it just heightens everything. So that's why I like a man who he's fucking me good, he chokes me. I'm just squirting all over the place.
Mm, okay.
I
And
mean,
is this something you do on a regular, or is this just every now and again type thing?
it's something I would love to do on a regular, but men are scared. They're like, I don't want to hurt you. And I'm like, dude, you're not hurting me. I'm
Well,
telling you how to
yeah, it
do
definitely
it.
scares me. I have, like I said, I have weird experiences about some of that. So yeah. So,
I mean, if you properly do it, it's a pleasurable experience. That's one of the reasons why I mess with this guy up here because I mean, he gives me the best choking I have ever had in life.
oh shit.
He knows how to control it. I mean, he's very dominant. Like yes, like choke me good, fuck me good from the back, slap
Oh,
my ass,
oh
pull
shit.
my hair.
Oh,
Yes,
oh. So you like the hair pulling, the whole thing? Yeah. So
I like all of that, all of that.
okay. So what about toys and stuff like that?
I am not a fan.
Really?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. My thing is, the only toy that I like and I use are clitoral stimulators. That's it.
Like a rabbit or some shit like that?
Yes. like a little pocket rocket. I have a pocket rocket at home, and I go to town.
Cause see, that's the thing, matter of fact, for those of you in the chat that's looking, you can look on the description. I have I have a link to an Amazon list that I call Tools of the Trade. It has all kinds of really cool marital aids. I've noticed when we've done Sexy Party in the past, certain people have partaken and purchased things from Amazon off that list. Like I said, we've got all kind of, handcuffs, lube, the masks, all that kind of stuff, just all kind of different things to have fun with your partner. But like butt plugs, I noticed seem to be very popular. Do you like it up the ass? Do you take it up the ass?
I do not. I do
Really?
not.
Whoa,
I do not.
you do not take it up the ass.
I do not like anal.
Mm.
It's because I like big dicks, so it's painful for me, and I'm just like, no, no, that's just not my thing. However,
Mm.
I would enjoy doing that to a man. I would enjoy pegging. Yes,
Oh, so you would hold up. So you want to play with the man's ass?
correct.
Interesting.
And I'll tell you why. Because I know that that's essentially you guys is G spot. And I mean, the one time I've done it, the biggest I've ever seen in life.
I have my buddy Greg. He's a gay man, and he's openly gay, so I'm not outing him. Um, but my buddy Greg, he told me that the G spot for men was in the ass. I thought it was on some bullshit though. I was like, because I ain't never really, I don't fool around back there. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. My ass is exit only. So yeah, I mean that's what it is. But for some reason, I've messed with a few chicks, and they let me put it up to Pooper, man, and we've had some fun experiences. And
I mean, some women like that. I'll tell you, I've only had one pleasurable experience like that, and that was when a guy was eating me out and he was doing a great job. And he just slipped it in there, and I didn't even feel any difference other than overstimulation. Like it felt really good, but as far as putting a dick up me, oh no,
well,
no.
there was one of my exes. Me and her were together for 4 years, and what I used to do, because she used to always like, no, no anal, no anal. So what I would do is I would go down on her, and sometimes we would be doing 69, and then I would take, while I'm playing with her pussy and licking on it, I would take a finger or two and stick it up her ass. Sometimes I get two fingers up there, she get real relaxed, and she started enjoying it. She was surprised. She
Mm,
was like, I didn't think I was gonna like that, but that felt good with you fingering my ass while you were
right.
eating my pussy. And so it became a regular thing. It was just something. Yeah, I kind of feel pissed off that I let her get away because she been with her new man. They've been together for like 9, almost 10 years now. And I was like,
Mm,
damn, she took all that stuff I was schooling her with. All the extra dick sucking techniques. I hate when I gave this bitch on the job training, and she's making this motherfucker. I know, because I mean, by the time I got done with it after 4 years, man, we just didn't have to talk about it no more. She knew what I liked, I knew what she liked, and boy, you can't. That's man, it kind of pisses me off because I know that motherfucker happy because I know how she used to. I mean, it's like I remember when she, first started sucking my dick, and she didn't really, because she want me to pleasure her all the time,
right.
and then you be like, um, can I get some reciprocation? And she was like, I don't always like sucking dick. And I'm like,
Mm,
but you like for me to do it. So you want me to go down on you, but then you don't want to reciprocate. And she was like,
right.
well, I don't mean to be like that. And she said, I do suck your dick sometimes. And I go, no, but I'm like, if you want every time that we have sex, you want me to go down there. And she was like, yeah, it helps me to get ready. And I was like, yeah, but then you want me to go down there 15, 20 minutes, go down there, spit shine that motherfucker. And I was like, I want you to suck my dick like you mean it. I was like, don't go down there and just act like you just. Oh, okay, it's your turn now. I want the same enthusiasm that I give you when I go there. I was like, okay, it's time for me to take care of business. I go down there. I don't give her no complaints. I don't do anything. So I just want her. That was one of the things. But now to her credit, once we got more comfortable with each other, it wasn't. I didn't have to say nothing else. I that was a one time conversation. Then after that, man, she gave me that. I was like, so she was, and I'm telling you, she enjoyed. I mean, cause she'd be like on her period and stuff. And she would say, "Yeah, man, oh my God," she would go down there and give me, she would clean them pipes out for her brother. That's what I like, man. Cause I was like, well, that was, like I said, that was it was one time conversation. And then after that, like I said, we had 4 good years together. Well, I guess that last year was a little rocky. Obviously, that's why we didn't make it. Uh,
Right.
but when I think back on that relationship, overall it was good, and we're friends now. And she's congratulated me on a lot of successes and things like that. So I look back on it as a pretty good memory, of us being together as a couple. I mean, obviously, like I said, it didn't work out, but she was probably, when I think about all the different sexual partners I've had, she's probably my favorite. So yeah, that's what it is. So no, no, we don't do the red bearding, Fat Andy. We don't do that.
Oh no!
That's
See,
although we did. Is that what
hmm,
you into? Do you like sex on
hmm,
menstruation or
no,
menstruation
no,
or
no,
whatever?
no.
Do you like that? Or?
He, hell no. Okay, the only good benefit of period sex is the fact that it shortens our periods and it relaxes our cramps. Other than that, mm-mm,
Yeah, she knew because I could always tell when she started because she would have the granny panties on. I mean, it would almost damn look like she was wearing a diaper because she's got extra pad. Because I'm telling you, my ex, she was a heavy bleeder. Do you understand? There was a couple of times, and her cycle was pretty consistent. I will say that. She would know. She was like, we'd be late. She'd say, "Baby, if you want to get it, you better get it tonight because it's about to happen." And I'd go in there and I'd take care of it because one night I'll never forget this because it was used to be me, her, and her little dog, and we'd all sleep in the little dog couldn't stand not sleeping in the bed. That dog was spoiled, and she fed it cheese, and that dog farted, and it would clear out a damn morgue with the damn
oh my
farts.
god.
Yeah, crazy. I was like, the dog used to like to lay by my feet. I was sitting at my computer desk, and the dog would crawl up under the chair and like to lay at my feet because her son was like 7, and the dog, he used to chase the dog and torment the dog. But the boy was a little afraid of me, so he'd be like, "Oh," so the dog figured out if she comes and lay by my feet, then he don't want to come by there because he was nervous. He's like, "Oh, he's over there by Antonio. I don't want to
Right.
fuck with him now." So her son, like I said, even after 4 years, me and the son became at least cool and everything. But the little dog, she would crawl under the desk over there and lay under my feet and everything. And I'd be sitting there, typing up some stuff on the computer, and all of a sudden this god awful smell would come up.
Oh my
And I'd
god.
be like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I looked down, and the dog would have this embarrassed look on her face. It was a little Boston Terrier. The dog, I was like, "Did you do that?" And she was like, and the dog would be all embarrassed that you just blew the spot up because I was like, "Damn, the
Oh
fuck."
my god.
Oh, and
Oh
I'm
my
telling you,
god.
I'd have to get up because it was just, I'm like, boy, the dog's gas is noxious. It would just clean up. But that dog would, I'm telling you, the dog knew. That's why I was like, I used to think, when I see people talking to their dogs and stuff, I was like, oh, hell, it's a damn dog. Anybody know that shit? The dog don't understand what you do. I'm telling them
Uh,
dogs pick up stuff. They be understanding.
they understand. They
Yeah, they
understand. You
understand.
know, they understand. That makes me think about the fact that they're somebody's king.
And oh God, it's just, yeah, that shit was weird. But But yeah, my ex, like I said, she's about to go through what would it say? Aunt Flo was about to come into town, and
Hmm.
she let me know. She go, hey, um, you better you better come in and get that bad boy tonight because it's about to go down. And I remember I went and I knocked that thing out the box and I went to sleep. And normally she'll get up and she'll like to get washcloth and clean up and all that. But I mean, we had a crazy session and she just went to sleep. She went to sleep, I went to sleep. Woke up and we got up and I mean, she bled all over the sheet. She had a
All over
Oh my
everything.
God, it was
Hmm.
crazy. Yeah. And yeah, we was like, oh shit. And she was so embarrassed we flipped the mattress over and stuff. She was on I was like, baby, I ain't tripping, man. Fuck. I was like, it is what it is. I'm like, this is what it's gonna be like. We try to clean I mean, we put some what's that stain remover shit on the mattress and let
It
it
resolve and
yeah,
stuff.
we put all that shit on there and flipped the mattress over, and that's what we did. I mean, but yeah, she was like, damn, I knew I should have got up and put my pad on and stuff. But then after that, I mean, this is what it was though. This is a normal
I
life, a
mean,
day in the life,
it,
as they say.
it it happens. I tell people if they're going to do that, do it in the shower. For real, for real.
I've had some weird. Uh, do you like sex in the shower? I've had some weird experiences like that. It's
Um, it,
okay, but
it, it's no. I prefer on a bed, on a desk, on something firm. Um, Showers. It really depends on what type of shower you had, and I've had only one good shower sex session, and it was this big glass shower that had a one of those rainforest rain shower heads, and they just rain on top of you, and it was great. And they had like a little seat there so we could do all type of stuff, and it was awesome.
oh, it was one of yeah. 'Cause I
Yeah.
thought, it was exciting. I had one of my girlfriends. She was like, "Hey, come on and let's hop in the shower." And so I was like, "Okay." And then she's like, "I want the water hot." And I was like, "I don't like hot water. I like my water warm. I mean, I definitely want it warm, but I don't want it be." She had the water so hot that she was like, "Oh, I can barely feel it." And you turn it up even more. And I'm looking on her back and her skin is getting red. She was an Arab chick. And her skin is getting red. She's like, "Oh God, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. It fucking hot ass water." And I was like, "Oh God." So it was taking me out of it because I was like, "God, this water is fucking burning and shit." But I mean, she sucked my dick and everything and fucking, hiked the leg up and I'm hitting it from the back. I'm doing the whole thing. I mean, but I liked it better when we got out the shower and then got towed off and hopped on the bed. Cause then we could really get in. Cause yeah, the fucking hot water, like it was just too much. I was not enjoying it. So it
Mm.
kind of took me out of it. Is that bad or is that
It's really some people like it and some people don't. Like I said, I only had one good experience. Outside of that, no, I don't really care for it. Just like I don't care for water sex, like sex in pools or
Oh, I thought you
sex
was
in.
talking about what they call water sports because I knew somebody that was into that pee on
Oh
me
no,
shit. And I'm
oh
not into
no,
that. I don't like body fluids and shit. I'm not into that.
don't
I don't
no,
want you to pee on me and I don't want to pee
no,
on you.
no.
My boy told me about his girl and she would like him to, she would like him not to even pee. And she would like, let me know when you have to pee. And then so he would tell her, and they would hop in the shower and they take a shower. He'd stick it, he started fucking her and he'd stick it in. And right before he come, he would just piss all in her pussy. And he said that shit would turn her on. So she liked that sensation of that warm piss going in. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know about it.
Okay, somebody's trying to get infectious. Okay.
Is that does that spread? Because I didn't I've heard urine as long as the person doesn't have like what they call a bacteria or staph whatever kind of infection you get down your urinary tract infection stuff like that. Urine is
Right.
fairly clean outside of
Yeah,
that. So
correct.
so
It really depends on the person. If they have something, then yeah, you finna get it.
because that's what I was saying. Like I know if you have like UTIs and stuff like that, but I've this apparently is a thing. I did not know that because
It is.
yeah, he said, man, she would love, I'd hike that leg up and stick it in and just fucking, I'd be pounding her and then I'd just piss all in her. He was like, it got annoying though. He was like, damn, I can't just go to the toilet and piss sometimes. She'd be like, no, wait a minute, let's get a shower. I'd be like, fuck, I'm taking 3 or 4 showers a day sometimes. I'm like, God damn, the fuck are y'all doing?
Wow.
I couldn't look at
Well,
that bitch the same no more. I was like, because she was a bad chick. She was a beautiful hot blonde with some big tits and stuff. And I was looking at it, but then I know she like motherfuckers to piss in her, and it kind of made me feel weird.
you know what? That's nothing. I knew somebody that liked Roman baths,
Uh-oh.
and if you
What?
don't know what
I don't know what
Roman
that is.
baths
Hold
is,
up. What is that?
being shitted on.
Oh, what the fuck? No.
Yeah, yeah, like shitting and farting. Like that was
Oh.
her thing. Yeah.
Oh. I must be, I thought I was pretty sexually liberal, and just up for anything. But the more I hear about, because there was some boys, I used to live with these two guys, and they were in a rock and roll band. They used to go around the country traveling and stuff. They used to hit, they go and do like a 25 city tour, and they go all the way, they'd be down here in Tennessee, and then they would go up to like Kentucky and then hit like St. Louis, they hit Ohio, and they'd hit over to New York, and then they'd start coming back down and hit like, Virginia and Delaware and play, they'd hit all these little, and then they'll work their way back down, and then they'll have the last day of the tour in Nashville and then come right back home. So by the time, they would do a tour like that. And they met all kind of folks. And then they even went out they said, okay, let's go out west. Let's go west. So then they went through Texas and they go through like New Mexico, Arizona, head up California. And then they start coming back. They go through Iowa, Colorado. They would do everywhere. And they met a lot of weird motherfuckers. And sometimes those bands, they would be playing dates and they need a date in Tennessee. And so they were like, hey guys, hey, you stayed with us when you were out west. So we want to do a show in the Nashville area. Can you book that? And then you guys can open up for us and stuff so we can do a good show. Yeah. So all of a sudden, our house became the band house. So I would be staying there with a bunch of guys, from all over the country. Motherfuckers came from Canada and all kind of stuff. And I was meeting all these different rock bands and stuff. And some of them actually ended up, getting on television. It was crazy, some of these people that I met. But there was a group of guys and they came to our house. And they were like, yo, what's the Wi-Fi password? Because they had their laptop with them, and I give them the Wi-Fi password so they could watch. And all of a sudden they're pulling up these fucking shit videos and stuff. It was weird.
Oh wow.
Oh man, yeah. They was like, yo, Tonyo, look at this shit. I was like, and he started doing this shit to be funny. He thought this shit. I was like, yo, that shit was fucked up. I was not into that. He was really, and he had. I was like, why are you looking at? He's like, it's funny, and I was like, and the bitch shit she shit like in a wine glass, champagne, one of those big old champagne glasses or something. Like what
Oh my
you
god.
ever seen one of those Fancy Feast commercials where they put the
Yep.
they're one of them kind of one of those kind of, I guess it's a brandy cup or whatever with the wide mouth and stuff. So they were filming this bitch, and she's getting her pussy penetrated. They had they were putting like dildos and shit in there, and then they put the little champagne glass up to her ass, and she shit right there.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
oh,
Oh
and
my
then he
god.
pull up another video, and then there was videos of guys, and the guy would be laying there. He's sitting there laying there naked, and the bitch hops on it and she shits on his chest, and he wants to smear it on him, and it was just, I saw this, I was like, yo, this is weird shit.
Oh, so you've never seen Two Girls, One Cup and Tub Girl, I'm guessing.
I I would no, and I don't want to if it has to do with like taking the shit on
Yeah,
somebody. No, I'm
it,
not
it,
interested in that.
it does. It is Tub Girl gave me nightmares, yo.
Yeah, I saw. Like I said, I've obviously I've seen water sports, and I used to watch Howard Stern all the time, and he would have that. There was this weird guy that he would have on that liked to have bitches vomit on him. He would yeah,
Yes.
he would, and so Howard thought that was funny, so they would like, oh, the weirdo guy's coming, and they would lay out all the plastic so it wouldn't get anywhere. And Howard
Hmm.
would find, because the dude enjoyed this as a fetish, he enjoyed this as a sexual fetish. He was like, oh, thank you, Howard, thank you. And he come in with, he put on just his shorts, he wouldn't be, he would be just laying, and he would lay down, and Howard would pay the girls like a couple $100. He was like, hey, we want fans from the audience that are willing to throw up on this guy. If and then chicks would show up, and I couldn't believe this was a thing. And that guy was on Howard's show a bunch of times over the years. He was like, I don't think he does shows like that anymore. I mean, he still has the whack pack, but he's toned down
Right.
so much of the stuff that he used to do.
Used to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what some people are like. Oh, Howard used to be real funny, and he used to try all this weird stuff. But he got remarried, and he don't talk about the same stuff anymore. It's weird. But boy, I remember when Howard used to get it in. He had a girl.
Yes.
He had that masturbation machine, the Sibian,
Yeah. Oh, I
and
love that.
oh, but no experience with one or anything like that, right? Or
Yes, I do.
oh, okay,
Yes,
hold
and
on,
I've
hold on, tell me
I've
about that.
had one encounter.
Oh, okay.
Um, my friend had one
Oh,
years ago.
okay.
She had a little basement area for all this, and she's like, "Come in, want to try something." I'm like, "What's up?" And she showed it. I was like, "What is that?" She's like, "Oh my God, it's gonna change your life," and it sure did. I mean, the amount of times I came, it was ridiculous. I said I
Mm.
can never own one of these. I can never own one of these. No, because I do too much, way too much.
Mm. So okay, let
Uh,
me add, okay, because this is something I talked about with a friend of mine, where she was always talking about that she couldn't find a guy to satisfy her anymore because she masturbates so much with the stimulant, the little massage wand thing, and she would have to crank it. She got to a point where she would have to crank that motherfucker up on the highest setting to make it work for her because she just got desensitized.
right. It
and
happens.
And that's the thing. I told her, I said, well, it's not, you're not supposed to use that thing like that on an everyday basis. You supposed to, it's supposed to just, I don't know. It's just supposed to, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
It's
being,
supposed to be for fun, just a little bit, you know.
it's supposed to be an enhancement tool. It's supposed to just, it's supposed to enhance your, but she's like, it sounds like she got a damn power drill down there. And so at that point, she was just like, we actually end up having sex, and she was like, "I'm just letting you know, just so you don't feel under any pressure. I don't. I normally don't manage to have sex through what she said, penile stimulation or whatever the fuck." So she said that normally I have to use this. It takes a while. She said if I do come, she said it has happened, but she said if I do come, I normally have to have something else with it. It's just your dick is not going to just get it off. So I don't want you to be under any pressure. I don't want you to feel like it's because of you that I'm not getting off or
Mm.
anything.
Um, she ain't met Mr. Magic Stick in Orlando, Florida. He would change her life.
Mr. Magic Stick. So
Remember, I was
this is a friend of yours, a lover.
remember I was talking about him last week. Just Mr. Magical Dick, and how
Mm.
I would let my friends play
You
with
said, yeah, you
him.
were telling your friends about him, and he was taking care of them too.
Hmm. I
Mm.
feel like every woman needs to encounter with him because, oh boy.
Damn, is it like that?
Our
So it just makes all these other men just inadequate. Is that what's going on?
inadequate. Inadequate is all get outs. It's
Mm.
just because, I mean, Oh my God, just all day, all night, just abundance of energy,
Oh
an
wow.
abundance of energy. It's just ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing. I just kind of I tend to go with the Chris Rock rule. Just be happy you're fucking her now. I just like. Well, I'm just saying. Once you start adding in all the extra dicks, then you don't never know whether did I give her the same pleasure that he gave? Was all that kind of that's just not a good. It's just not a good look. So I just.
Right. I mean, people will go into sex with that thought, and I just like, look, man, just do what you do. And if it's inadequate, it's just inadequate. If it was better than it was supposed to be, then it's better than what it's supposed to be. What I don't like in sex, I don't like men who don't like me to do nothing. I hate that.
Well, they just want you to lay there.
Yes, and in some aspects that could be cool.
Mm.
Being a living sex doll, that's kind of a kinky thing to do. But in others, like sometimes I wanna back up on it too. I wanna move.
Mm.
How we wanna be completely restricted. But I mean some men get off on that. Some men get off on just completely dominating a person. So I can do it, but sometimes I like to join. I like to do things, especially if I'm on top of a guy. Women, we will do it a little bit on top, and we'll act like we don't want to. Like sometimes my knees will hurt. I'll tell you the truth, but I only do on top if I have a point to prove. If I
Mm.
have a point to prove, for let's say for example, guy that there was a guy that I was dealing with years ago, and he liked to play me on the side. He liked to act a fool. And I was like, you know what? I'm really tired of this shit. I'm really tired of your shit. I'm going to come to your house. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're getting ready. We're about to get it in. I'm like, no, I'm going to get on top. He's just like, why you want to get on top? And it's different. I'm just like, well, you're going to like different tonight. So I got on top of him and I just started slow stroking him, like just stroking the fuck out of his shit on top of him. And I'm just talking shit to him the whole time, like, you motherfucker, you make me sick. Treat me like shit. Fuck
Oh,
you.
oh no. Okay. Well.
But he's just sitting there like, oh, oh.
Mm.
And, and so afterwards, like after he's done, like, and I was like, I rolled over and I was like, did you enjoy it? And he's like, yeah, I didn't know what that frustration came from, but I like it.
Mm.
And so I'm like, yeah. So I keep that specifically when I'm frustrated with the guy.
Okay.
Otherwise,
So
I'm not doing it.
when you talked about being on top, you kind of reminded me. One of my ex girlfriends that that seemed to be the best position for her to climax for whatever reason. I don't know. So I don't. Do you have positions that you prefer that help get you off or no?
Yes. And it's the most common one. Back shots.
Oh, so you
You
like
gotta
getting
hit
you
it.
like getting hit from the back?
Yes.
Mm, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you have to spank it. You gotta spank it hard.
Are you okay? Are you one of those chicks that are like come on my ass or come on my tits or come on my face? Or are you into any of that kind of shit?
Down my
Come on my
throat. I
stomach.
don't. I don't. I don't like it on me. I like it in me. Down my
Okay.
throat.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I said, I told the story. One of my exes, she wanted me to like come all on her tits and on her belly and stuff. I did that shit one time. It was weird for me, and then we had to clean it up. So it was all
Mm.
yeah, I don't yeah, it just don't yeah, I'm not fluids make me feel weird. I'm probably yeah, I'm not into that. So
It's a waste to me. Like, no, you're wasting it. Like, no,
mm.
no, in my mouth. Like,
Oh yeah, see, yeah, that's what I'm about. I'm about you know, I like to actually. I don't like to put the fluids on the body though. It just that I'm not
Right.
into that. Um,
Right.
um, but we were talking about the Sibian and you said you didn't like the guys that would just tell you to like lay still and not do anything. Kind of
Right.
reminded me there was a old buddy of mine, Tracy, and he was always kind of a ladies man, and he was one of those dudes that was like, I'm gonna tell you, these white girls loved him, boy. They would just come to his house, and remember I was over there kicking in one time, and the chick came over, and I was like, oh shit, I need to dip. He was like, nah, man, you don't gotta go nowhere. He just went off in the back, and he said she don't care. And I mean, it was weird because the girl is standing right there. I'm trying to leave so they can be alone, right? And he's telling her, he's like, I don't care, or she don't care. And the chick is like, he's like, oh, we just gonna go in the back room, back for a second. And they was back in there messing around, and I needed something from him. And I said, hey, where is whatever? I can't remember what the hell it was. He's like, oh yeah, I meant to give that to you earlier. It's in here. Come on in. And I was like, come in? I mean, I knew he was in there fucking the girl. And he was like, yeah, man, we straight. Come on in. And I came in, and he was raw dogging her. But
Oh wow.
yeah, he was fucking her. And I think he just wanted me to watch him fuck. It was weird. And
So he's a voyeur. He
yeah,
likes to be watched.
as I think about it, I think he just wanted
I'm
me to
sorry,
watch
he's
him.
an exhibitionist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would be the voyeur. And
Right.
it was weird because I didn't want to, I like I say it was my man's man, so I didn't want to watch him fuck. I didn't give a damn about who, I thought the chick was attractive. I don't give a fuck about watching this. She ain't let me fuck. He told me he could. He said, "You want to fuck her?" He said, "If I tell her, she'll fuck you." And I was like, "I don't want nothing like that because I don't want nobody to have sex with me that don't want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? I'll do this as a
Right.
favor to him. That kind of shit. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no sloppy seconds, none of that. And I mean, I watched this same bitch. She started coming around on the regular, and he had the boys come over. And I know my brother was over there. My brother, they all ran a train on. It was like 5 dudes. She took on 5 different dudes. They ran a train on that little girl, man. It was crazy. She must have been about 19, something like that. She a crazy little girl. And I was like, damn. And she would, hey, bitch, give me $10 for my car. It was that kind of shit. She would give money for put gas. Bitch, order me a pizza. All right, baby. And all of a sudden I was like, she just seemed like she liked to let these dudes, she like, she's one of, and I didn't understand what the situation was. She's one of those girls, they had the tattoos on them, the Queen of Spades. I don't know if you know about that. They're
The party pigs.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, they had a tattoo. I've noticed some of them they start branding themselves with
Right.
the spade tattoo. I did not know this was
Right.
a thing. I'm like I said, I was learning about this shit, going back like 20 years. And she had the little tattoo, the Queen of Spades, and that means that she likes black dick, and that's what it was.
Right.
And
Right.
she loved being, but motherfuckers that's in that lifestyle, they know
Right.
what that is. I didn't know
They know
about it. I
what
was
that's about.
completely ignorant about it. But now I
Right.
see they got threads on Twitter. There's a couple I follow a couple because I follow so many of these adult chicks on uh like Katrina Black. I follow her, man. Her and her husband. Her husband loves watching her fuck black dudes. He films her fucking having threesomes. I mean, she got like 90-some thousand people following her on fucking Twitter, and she sells all kind of videos. I know she making money because motherfucking brothers be thirsty as fuck. But she be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in Oklahoma. Who wants to get some of this white pussy?" And all of a sudden, motherfuckers is like, "Yo, can I hit? Can I hit?" And she films herself, and she's like, "I just met these 2 black guys at a truck stop, and I've known them for like 5 minutes." And next thing you know, she's on the damn film sucking. That's one thing I like about her Twitter. But
Mm-hmm.
she's got the Queen of Spades tattoo on her neck, I think, on the back. She put it on her, like her hair covers it up, and then she lifts her neck. She lift her hair up, and you see she got Queen of Spades on there. And then there was another chick. She be tagging these chicks. It's a whole thing. It's a whole one of these subcultures. It's her fetish. But
Right.
her husband and her kids are white, but that's their thing. Her husband likes, it's some kind of cuckold thing where he likes watching her get
Yep.
fucked by black dudes. So
It is.
yeah, like I said, I've always been interested in that because I was just like that. It's weird to me. That's why I'm saying, I don't, I like having sexual conversations, but when I'm in a relationship, it's generally one on one. You know what I'm saying? I know that might shock people, but I tend to have normal one on one relationships. I don't like to involve other people. If I'm in, because I don't know. So I would love to talk to someone that's into that kind of lifestyle where they enjoy watching their
Um,
partners. Uh,
um,
oh, you know some
um,
people like that.
I am some people like that. I'm a co-queen.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes. So with the guy that I was telling you about, that's the reason why I would pass him around to my friends, and that's why we always had threesomes because I enjoyed watching him do his thing. I enjoyed watching women get off, and I'm very proactive about that. So I will, if I'm talking to a guy and I'm dealing with him on a personal level, I'll let him know up front, like this is what I'm trying to do. So if we're in a relationship, this is what I would like to happen.
Mm.
And of course, men are like, yeah, oh, a word. So threesomes all the
That's why I
time.
know I'm weird because that doesn't turn me on for whatever reason. I was like, I can't because here's another thing. My brother's like an old school player from the Himalayas. He was a lot of things I learned about women. I watched from just that dude. My brother was fucking. He used to keep track of all the bitches he was fucking. He kept a book. And he just got tired. He had he would write the bitch's name down in the book and write 2 or 3 stars or whatever and rate how good the pussy was. And he had over 100 something names in the book, and he was just like, I stopped keeping track of it because I was fucking so many of them. I just kept stop. It became crazy. He was like, I wasn't really trying to keep a fucking catalog of these bitches. He said at the end of the day, I was just trying to see. He said, when I started flipping through the pages and I realized, man, I done fucked a lot of bitches in here. He's like, I done fucked a lot of bitches. He was just fucking them. He was fucking girls. Sometimes he wasn't even horny, and he just had a reputation. And what was so bad is the bitches was telling each other, "Oh, I fuck Rod," and then next thing you know, their friend would be wanting to fuck. My brother was, I didn't. I was still a virgin until I was 25 years old. You know, and my brother was out there like 13. He was piping these bitches down. That's just what it was. And so I was always like, my mom would go to work, and especially the little white girls, they would be coming over to the house and they'd go off in the bedroom, my brother and stuff. And that's just what it was. My brother was fucking these girls, especially during the summertime. Any little white girls come over to the house, man, my brother would pipe them out and they'd go, all right, see you later. And they would just be gone. And and I'd be like, and my brother would be like, you want me to get you laid, man? They'll fuck you if I, and I was like, and it's same shit with my boy. That was trying to, I was like, no, man. If she don't want me, I don't want no favors like that. It's like that's why like every woman I've been with, they was with me because either I paid them, which I do hire hookers, and either I paid them or I paid for it by taking them out to dinner and watching movies and whining and dining. So that's the only type of women I've had. I've never had somebody just go, hey, this is my boy Antonio. Won't you want to keep fucking me? Won't you fuck him one time? That just doesn't do it for me. I would feel weird. That would feel like a rape or something to me. I would not be into that. It's just not. I don't. But uh, I told a story on an earlier episode of Sexy Party where there was this white couple. When I was putting my ads up on Craigslist, and dude's a photographer up here in Nashville. He answered my ad and he sent me a picture of his wife, and I wanted to fuck her. She was cute, and I sent my pictures back. They sent me the picture. I sent the picture, and then he started telling me that, hey, I want to film it. I want to watch. And at that point, I was like, look, if you just gonna send the bitch over, we gonna get a hotel or whatever, and then I'm down to fuck her. But I don't want a dude in the room taking photos. I don't want anybody else in it. Yeah, I'm weird about that. I'm weird about getting naked in front of motherfuckers. I don't want to be naked in front of with a guy in the room. I don't want him watching me fuck his wife. That shit was not, and she was cute. I definitely would have loved to fuck her. She would have been all right. I mean, I thought she was attractive. And so I would have really had fun with the chick, but I was kind of shy about that shit. I was like, no, fuck that. I don't. He's like, I'm not gonna interfere. I just want to, we can host or you can host and do all this. I was just like, oh God, man. He said, you don't have to be. He's like, I know this probably there, but they were looking to start. I'm sure they found another black man that was willing because they were specifically looking when he answered the ad. He was specifically looking for a black man to fuck his wife.
Yeah, he looked for a bull. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
I don't. But that's what I'm saying. And I've had that conversation with other people, and they're trying to explain. I'm not into that culture, so I don't understand what that is. But then, and that's what I'm saying. But that ties into the, like I said, the people like Katrina Black with the Queen of Spades tattoos and stuff like that. This is a lifestyle that they're living, and I don't want to. Like I said, I'm not initiated, so I don't understand. Um, but in some of and when I started looking into some of these white women that are into the Queen of Spades type situation, I started know it doesn't seem very. And I guess that's not what they're looking for. It's not about affection. It seems to be humiliation tactics and stuff like that. She'll take two, three.
correct.
There's one, yeah, one woman I saw her. She took on four black guys all at the same time with her husband in there filming it. She took on four black dudes all at once, and the dudes all nutted on her. And she was like water pistol all over her face. And she was like, and this was the weird shit. I started seeing this. They were letting the dudes nut on the woman or whatever, and then she would make her husband, or she sucked the black dude off and had her come in her mouth, and she kissed her husband and made him like drink the dude's cum and shit.
Right.
I
That's a
didn't under
part
Yeah,
of it.
so that's part of it. Okay, I mean, well, tell me what you know about that because I thought that was weird. That just
What
didn't.
um and some aspects of cuckolding and cuckweening has an aspect of degradation. It isn't that way for me, but I know some people like that. They just like to be degraded, and that's the ultimate degradation is to take someone else's um, juices,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, and ingest them. Um, but it's not that to me. I just like pleasing others. See, my part of co-queen for me is not only do I like to watch, I like to be the prepper
oh,
or the
the fluffer,
closer,
what they
the
call it, the fluffer.
fluffer. Yes, yes,
Yes.
the fluffer or the closer. You know, I just like taking care of people. Uh, I like servicing individuals. So that's where mines come in. I like to look and watch, and then I like to service both individuals. So it is not degradation to me, but I know to others it's that's what they get off on. So
Yeah, like I
yeah,
said, they had this white dude
it,
had a collar on. They had put like a dog collar on him, and these black dudes had nutted all over his wife, and then he's having to like lick it up and stuff. And I was like, "What the
right,
fuck are y'all doing?" I was like, "I don't know. Sex is supposed to be fun." That, but again, that's my sexual experience. You
right.
can't I can't tell another person what they're supposed. Just like some people are into that, what we was talking about earlier, the water sports or taking a shit on somebody. Or I see people on like OnlyFans and mini vids and stuff, and they're making money, doing these things. They're making videos where they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna fart on video," and they want to fart or burp on video, and people are getting off on that. People want to see people's
Hmm.
feet, and like I said, that stuff doesn't appeal. that doesn't appeal to me. I really do just like I like sex. I like a little ass play, stuff like that. But I've had opportunities. I've only done one threesome. Um, the others, and I've had opportunities for several, and I just told the people I was like, no, I definitely, but the threesome I had was two guys and one girl. It was the little brunette, and me and my brother we did her, and then the other threesomes I've had were offered with two girls and stuff like that. I kind of pussied out. And I even talked to my brother about it. He said, Tone, that just ain't you, man. He said, I've been around you long enough. He said, that's shit. He said, the shit I was doing. He said, I can see what you're talking about. He said, I can see why you've kind of got a little weird about it. Cause he said, it just doesn't seem like something you're into, he said, you definitely like sex, but you're very private about it. But I don't mind discussing sex. I think people should be able to openly discuss sexual situations. But
Correct.
yeah, but I don't want to humiliate anybody. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't just like, but again, every single person should own their own sexual journey. Whatever your sexual journey is, you should be able to walk down it, and nobody else should make you feel ashamed about it.
Right, and you should have no shame about it. I just saw a comment. Who is sexual chocolate hang so low?
That is
I
supposed to
guess he's
be
talking
me.
about me.
That
Oh,
is,
you?
I laugh at that name because, like I said, I'm kind of like I said, I like talking about sex, and I obviously like sex, but like I said, I have opportunities to do certain things, and I don't do them because it's just not me. So
Right.
I don't know. So it's just I guess I'm a prude, but like I said, I don't know about like the whole Coco thing and then Queen Space culture and all that kind of stuff. I just don't. Um, but like I said, I didn't know about the tattoo, but then when I started knowing about it, and then I started when I saw a couple of women that had the Queen Space tattoo. Now that I know what it means, I said, "Oh, gotcha. I know what it
Right.
is now."
Exactly. When I started going to LS parties or lifestyle parties, um, I learned about party pigs. And I was like, because they would
Now
talk
break
about
that
it.
term down because you said that before, and I've heard that term, but people are listening. Tell us about what is a party pig. Tell us what that means.
A party pig is a woman who basically
Just a
is
woman that
there.
can't be both a woman or a man.
No, it's just a woman. It's a
Okay, just
woman
a woman. Okay.
who is there to get fucked by every man and just getting passed around. But more specifically, a white woman that's getting passed around by black men.
Well, this chick, like I said, my brother and his friends, they ran a train on this girl. Hell, this must have been like 20 years ago. But the white girl came over, and my brother asked me if I wanted to fuck. I said no. I was the only one there that didn't fuck this girl. And matter of fact, I went in the bedroom while she was in there. She was just laying in the bed naked. And like, I didn't tell you could put your clothes on, bitch. They was doing all that kind of shit to her. Put them panties down. What the fuck is you doing? You get up when I tell you. They was humiliating that girl. And then,
But she gives consent to do so. So
but she
yeah,
kept coming back. She came back multiple times.
yeah,
It was
that's what I
like,
said. She gives consent. That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
she
yeah.
wants.
That's why I'm saying, and that's yeah. She was into that shit, and it was weird. It's like
And
she showed up.
it's
She showed up one time, and my brother was
mhm.
there, and she knocked on the door, and what you doing here, bitch? I didn't tell you to come over today. I thought, bitch, you got some gas money for me? I'm too fine to be letting a girl like you suck my dick on a regular basis. He was doing that kind of shit. And she was like, why do you always do that to me? I really care about you and all that. Shut up, bitch. Sit down in the bedroom. I'll come in there in a second. And they would just, my brother he would just do that shit to her. He'd go off in there and fool around with her for a little bit. Give me some gas money, bitch. Boom. And she would come up with her, it was like that. And there's a character Fame in my comic book, and I kind of based you as we're gonna go into him, we're gonna see more of that kind of trade in him because some of that is going to be based on things that I saw when I was like 19, 20 years old, watching my brother just run game on these bitches and stuff, just run them down. Because I couldn't believe it. Like I said, I was over there, we was all playing spades, and it was like five of us over there, and we were playing spades, and the white girl showed up. And next thing you know, my brother's like, well, I'm going first. And he fucked the bitch. And then the other dude fucking me, like, and a couple of them went in there together and ran on. They were both in it. They were like, yo, Dre, come in here. And then they would both go in the bedroom together with this girl. And she was just sitting, and then she would finally like, okay, are y'all all done? Can I go now? And we're like, yeah, bitch. And that kind of shit, she would just leave. And I remember it was so funny. She tried to kiss my brother. And my brother's like, bitch, you been sucking dick and fucking niggas all day. I ain't letting you, you know what I'm saying? She was doing that kind of stuff. And he was like, I'm not kissing you. And it was that kind of stuff. It was like they really but she kept coming back. She
Oh,
liked
it
it.
just it sounds like to me, it's not necessarily that she liked it. She liked your brother, so she dealt with whatever your brother wanted her to do.
But she was letting
Sound
all
like
these
she
dudes, I don't know, it was weird to me. That shit was weird.
it sound like she has low self esteem.
Oh yeah,
So it
I
sounds
agree with that. I thought yeah,
like
she definitely had low
I
self-esteem.
mean, and I've had friends like that did those types of things for their boyfriends, thinking that it would make them like better. And I'm like looking at them like, no. If anything, it just lowers your value in their book, and that's exactly what ends up happening. They ended up breaking up, because he was just like, well, you did all this extra shit. And she was just like, well, I did it for you. And he was just like, do you really think I wanted to see my girlfriend fuck other guys? You're not necessarily my girlfriend. You're just some bitch I fucked.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
exactly the type of shit my brother was saying to that girl. That's exactly that. So
but
oh man, this is yeah.
some women have it in their brain that they can change a man, and
Mm.
you come to either you realize that you can't and you go about your business, or you just get stuck in that. Because I know some women in 40s and 50s still thinking that they can change a man.
Mm. Interesting. Yeah, I always thought that was weird because like I think, but here's the thing, like I had mentioned this on a previous episode. My brother, there was an older woman and she molested my brother at an early age. So he just started raw dogging these bitches. He was just going hard on them. He went hard on these. Once he just did not value sexual relations with women, even though
Right.
he got my brother had and I'm telling you, I know for a fact my brother slept with over 300 girls. I know this for a fact. I saw his list. I saw how many. I saw my brother fuck a girl. The girl would leave, and another bitch would come over, and he would. You know what I'm saying? I saw this happen. I saw this. My brother would have hotel parties, and I saw the bitch. My brother got. I wanted to be my brother, but at the same point in time, because my brother was good looking dude. He was in shape, football player. He was one of the more popular people in school, and people would see me, and they were like, "You're Rod Bryce's brother," and they couldn't believe it because I'm fat, and it's like they couldn't. It's like, man, y'all are nothing alike, man. Y'all just my brother. Just everything happened for him. He had people take him to a fancy club. My brother was living a lifestyle. He didn't have a job, and he would get these girls to pay. Hey, I'm going away for the weekend with some friends. You want to come with us? He's like, I ain't got no money. Don't worry, I'll pay for everything. And they would just take him off, and he would go. He would be sending me photos. He would tell he was like, look. He's like, look, this bitch took me here or whatever. It was that kind of shit. And this is pre-camera phones. This motherfucker was taking like his camera and taking pictures of him at he would get film developed all the time. So I remember I went to the film developer. I took this big package. He said, hey, take this to the thing, just film up here and get it developed. So I went up here. I was out with a friend of mine, and I took the thing off, and uh they called me, and I went and picked the film up. And when I said, hey, let me look at my brother's photos. And there were pictures. There was a couple of pictures of white girls' tits in there and stuff like that. There was a picture of him laying on the bed and his dick was out and all this kind of stuff. I said, "Oh, okay, interesting." I mean, I guess it's better that we just have digital cameras and stuff now. But back then, you had to take it and get the film developed. But my brother was doing it. He like
Honey,
taking photos and stuff like that. And my brother was, like I said, my brother was only like 17, 18 years old. He was living a lifestyle. He was just doing it.
the
And
things women will do for men for love.
I don't. That's the
I
thing. I wonder. I always wondered, were they in love, or they, or at least even in like, you know?
um that's how, yeah, at least from a woman's perspective, they probably were in love or they thought they were in love. Um but yeah, women tend to do some really outlandish ass shit when they're in love with men.
And well, and I ended up, I don't know. It started making me wonder about me. A few of my exes had been sexually abused, and I
Right.
started wondering. I was like, are they with me because I started wondering, did they feel like I was the safe guy to be with, as opposed to more of an alpha type that was going to like abuse them like they had, because they all had the same stories. Some guy beat their ass, a guy made them have threesomes with other girls, and they all had, it's like, I can't tell you how many of my exes told me shit like this. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I just
I
I
mean,
just I don't know. It started making me question things,
you
because it seemed like I was
shouldn't,
attracted.
you really shouldn't, because one out of two women have had sexual assault or sexual abuse.
Mm.
So it's going to be very common for you to run into that. Just, that's what that is.
But yeah, it made me wonder, because I was like, damn, I seem to be just attracted to these bitches like that. I was like, they all the same. They all have been sexually assaulted, abused. Um, it was weird, I just didn't understand it.
You just kept running into, I mean, like I said, one out of two. You think about that, and then you think about how many women there are out here. One out of two.
I
That's a
just,
lot.
ugh.
So of course, you're most of the women that you deal with, not to mention like it's so prevalent out here in society. Like men really do not understand that and get that, like how much we as women get sexually attacked on a daily basis. Like whether you're at a McDonald's trying to get something to eat, whether you're at a bar, whether you're at a restaurant, whatever. Like I've had dudes in Barnes and Noble touch me like weird. Like I would be on the aisle looking for graphic novels and they'll come up behind me and they'll touch me on my hips. All this space here, all this
Mm,
space. But they'll come behind me, excuse me, and I'll be like, don't touch me. But they do
mm,
that. And you deal with that on a daily basis all the time.
mm.
So it's, as I said, you men, y'all are lucky. Yes, sexual abuse happens to men. I am not saying that it doesn't, but I mean, on a
But not on the
daily
same, yeah.
basis, yeah, not on the same frequency. It's just no, no, no.
Mm.
But I totally understand how that changes a guy. My first, his babysitter took his virginity at
That's why I was
9.
saying, my brother, that's what, my brother. He must have only
So,
been, I think he said he was only like 5 or 6 years old, and
right,
I knew the woman. The woman, her mother was like one of my mom's best friends, and so she had
right.
her daughter babysit my brother, and my brother, he said, yeah, I was over there at her house, and mom and they went off, and she told her daughter to watch me, and he said, she used to watch me all the time in the afternoons. And then she said, one day she started asking me questions, she started taking my hand and touching her breasts. And then he said she took him in the bathroom and made and shoved his face into her pussy and stuff. And he didn't. He's talked about this story when I mean it took a long. I mean we were. I think when he didn't tell me the story till I was like about 14 or 15 years old, and he wasn't like, oh yeah, oh. I mean, because he did not sound like this was a pleasurable experience. Because, like I said, he was only like 5 or 6 years old. He didn't understand. She was like 13, 14 years old. He didn't understand what was happening. And, he said she touched his penis. And, like I said, she took her pants off and she shoved his face into her crotch and told him to lick it and stuff. And he just did not. And like I said, when you like 5, 6 years old, you're not like, yeah, this is great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't really. That wasn't really something he was into. So, um,
Right. Oh, and I understand, and it makes them hypersexual, and it makes them like um, hate women at times. For the most part, either they'll love women so much, or they'll hate women completely and totally. I've dealt with both. I dealt with a man that had that situation happen to him, and he loved women so much that he became obsessive with every woman that he was with.
mhm.
Period.
but
So that was weird.
but see, I honestly think, and I mean this, I honestly started to think as my brother got older that that's why he was constant. He never had a steady girlfriend. He was always woman to woman to woman, and he never seemed like he could just be in a loving relationship. He started really drinking alcohol a lot, and as he got older and stuff like and he got on drugs and still he could not commit to a single woman. It's weird. He seemed like he finally managed to get that out of his system with his wife. But even in the beginnings of their relationship, it was real rocky. He couldn't keep it in his pants. He was messing around with multiple. He cheated on her a bunch of times. She just kept forgiving him and stuff. It just took him a little while. He was like, man, it just took me a little minute to grow up. He said that. He told me. He said, yeah. He said she put up with a lot of shit. He said I cheated on her so many times, and she just kept putting up with it. And he said it just took me a little
As we
minute to
women
grow up with
do,
it.
I can
And
change him. I can change him. I really wish they would change that thought process.
oh, but yeah, I've thought that. I've always wondered about that because I was like, and I always try to when I notice certain things in my brother, I try to be different. I was like, my brother
Right.
is not the hey, I'm gonna stand there and open the door up for the woman and stuff. And I noticed though, what thing kind of pissed me off is I'm trying to, I'm opening the door for her. I'm pulling her chair out and letting so she can sit there. You try to do the things that you think a gentleman's supposed to do, and I noticed that makes bitches think you weak. I've noticed that. I've got shit all over by girls just trying to hold the door open for them and pay for things and do all that.
What?
Yeah, and instead of going, oh, I got a good man, they shit all over you and say, oh, that dude's weak, and they cheat on you and all that kind of shit.
I'll
That's
say
been my
this.
experience. So
Wow,
I'm very
wow.
careful now about sometimes I don't even really think I want a relationship. I was like, well, I'd just rather just have sex then because it seems like if I put my heart on the line, I always get shit on and stuff. You get my heart stepped on and stuff. And
You know
so
what? Dating and relationships is so complex, and it's so sad because a lot of women would love that. A lot of women would love a man to just be chivalrous and a gentleman to them. But then I know women who see that as a weakness too. And some of those women who see that as a weakness are damaged individuals,
yeah,
and all they know is pain. All they know, that's how they know love. That's how they process love. I was one of those individuals. That's how I process love because that's all I got. So,
mm,
it's weird, how we process trauma in order to survive.
mm, okay.
Deep. We done totally went
Whew.
off all topic
Well,
and
that's
it got real deep.
but I
But
mean, but
okay.
that's the thing. When we talk about sex, we talk about sex in this totality. This is all a part
Correct.
of it. So
Right.
this is why I like to just have conversations, because I don't have a planned topic. I just want to start having a conversation, and then however it goes is how it goes. And like I said, I actually think this is gonna be a pretty good episode. It seems like the conversation I've enjoyed, because like I said, I think we really we really touched on some stuff. I have to see how,
Right.
once I load it up and put it up on iTunes and everything, how people respond to it. When I put it out into the spirit, as my mama used to say. May,
Put it out to the spirit. That's some
yeah,
country shit. I love it.
yeah. You had to put, like I had to see if it, while I was out there out in the spirit. So I loaded out there that cyber spirit, and it'll end up on iTunes and iHeartRadio and Stitcher and Spotify and TuneIn Radio and all the other places that you can find this very fine podcast on the interwebs, however you access it, whether it be here or one of those other streaming services, Google Play, and all that. Mad Weirdo, I am, as always, I am drained. You have worn me out, and I am, how to, again, like same like we did last week. How do people reach out to you? Because I'm sure people are fascinated with you. They want to know more about you. They want to know, how can they talk to you, like on your Facebook page or any of that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm rarely there. I'm on Facebook, but it's under my real name, and my real name is kind of difficult. But if you go under my Instagram, which is at the Mad Weirdo, if you go under there, my name will be there, and you can follow me on Facebook. I'm funny as hell. So if you
You
like
are funny as hell.
memes, thank you. If you like memes, just follow my page. Other than that, you'll hear from me every Saturday with the lovely Antonio.
Well, there you go. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. This has been a very, as they used to say on like my TV shows in the '80s, like it's a very special episode of Different Strokes. So this is a very special episode of Sexy Party. I think we went deep. Next
Yeah.
week we'll be back, same bad time, same bad channel, and as we're looking to get deeper. You know what? Like I said, I want to release that stigma. I want to talk about sex. I want to talk about, whatever you guys are, into, whatever you guys want to, like I said, no question is too big or too small. Ask away. And I appreciate all you guys every week that have tuned in to Sexy Party. As always, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and here on YouTube, all are Edakari Press. Be sure to check the description out to check out the mailing list for Brand Way of the Gun. We've got some really cool stuff coming up. I am very much looking forward to launching that project at the end of this month. Whoo! Sexy Party is over. Say good night, Mad Weirdo.
Good night, everybody. See you next Saturday.
Faux shizzle, my nizzle.